In a tragic incident, 10 people were killed in a bridge collapse in Gujarat. The Gambhira bridge connecting Vadodara and Anand collapsed early this morning. According to the police, a portion of the bridge over the Mahisagar river collapsed at around 7:30 a.m. At least 4 vehicles, including 2 trucks and 2 vans, fell into the river. Locals and the police are at the site. So far, 5 people have been rescued. Rescue operations are still currently underway. This bridge was constructed in the year 1985 and was not in a very good condition. And with this bridge collapse, the question arises, what lessons have been learned from the Morbi bridge collapse of the year 2022 in Gujarat? This one is a bridge that connects Vadodara, the city of Vadodara and Anand. 10 people killed in this tragic accident in Gujarat.
નવ લોકો ખાસ કરીને 9 લોકોના મૃતદેહ મળ્યા છે અને 6 લોકોને રેસ્ક્યુ કરવામાં આવ્યા છે. આદરણીય મુખ્યમંત્રી શ્રી વહેલી સવારે જ એક હાઈ કમિટીને અહીંયાથી તાત્કાલિક સ્થળ પર મોકલી છે અને તાત્કાલિક આ તપાસનો રિપોર્ટ મંગાવ્યો છે અને મુખ્યમંત્રીશ્રીએ ગંભીરતાપૂર્વક તાત્કાલિક વિભાગની જે આરએનબી વિભાગની અને બીજી જે ટીમ છે એને ત્યાં રવાના જે કરી છે અને સાથે કડક પગલાં ભરવાની सूचना આપી છે.
आंकलाव डिस्ट्रिक्ट, आनंद डिस्ट्रिक्ट और बड़ौदा डिस्ट्रिक्ट का जोड़ता हुआ गंभीरा ब्रिज बोलते हैं, वो गंभीरा ब्रिज सुबह करीबन 8:22 को मेरे को माहिती मिली कि ब्रिज का एक टुकड़ा टूट गया है और 4 से 5 व्हीकल्स नदी में गए हैं, मीन्स के गिर गए हैं. इसमें से मैंने तुरंत अपने डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर श्री आनंद और डिस्ट्रिक्ट एसपी श्री आनंद को फोन किया. तुरंत कामगिरी चालू हो गई है. ट्रैफिक वहां जाम था, पूरा सब निकल गया. ब्रिज अभी पूरा खाली है और बड़ौदा डिस्ट्रिक्ट से जो नीचे जो जितनी भी गाड़ियां गिरी है वो बड़ौदा डिस्ट्रिक्ट से ही कामगिरी अभी जो बचाव कामगिरी है चालू है.
हमने सरकार से बार बार मांग की थी, लोगों ने भी सरकार को लिखित तौर पे बार बार रजूआत की थी कि ये ब्रिज की हालत ठीक नहीं है, उसकी मरम्मत होनी चाहिए, उसकी जो टाइम लिमिट है वो खत्म हो चुकी है, तो उसके लिए नया ब्रिज बनाने की तजवीज होनी चाहिए. लेकिन सरकार ने किसी की नहीं सुनी, सरकार ने उस पर कोई ध्यान नहीं दिया, उसकी वजह से आज ये दुर्घटना हुई है.
मॉर्निंग में कॉलेज हुआ था, उसमें व्हीकल्स, 4 व्हील्स, ट्रक्स और बाकी रिक्शा वगैरह अंदर गिरी थी. रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन सुबह से शुरू कर दिया है. लोकल स्विमर्स ने तुरंत काम किया था, बोट्स वहां पर आ गई थी, साथ ही साथ तुरंत ही नगर पालिका की टीम आ गई थी. वीएमसी, इमरजेंसी रिस्पांस सेंटर, एनडीआरएफ की टीम और बाकी प्रशासन और पुलिस की टीम यहाँ पर तैनात है. रेस्क्यू की यहाँ पर कार्यवाही ऑनगोइंग है और जल्द से जल्द वो कार्यवाही तुरंत खत्म की जाएगी. खास करके अभी ह्यूमन लॉस मिनिमाइज हो उस दिशा में कोशिश कर रहे हैं. अभी ज्यादातर बॉडीज हमने बाहर निकाली है. अभी भी वहाँ पर जो ट्रक्स और एक पिकअप वन है उसको बाहर निकालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ट्रक को बाहर निकालने में थोड़ी दिक्कत हो रही है, इसीलिए हम मैकेनिकल फोर्स का भी यूटिलाइजेशन कर सकते हैं. तो अभी वो प्रोसेस अभी चल रही है.
And now we have Ajay Umat, Group Editor, Ahmedabad Mirror, joining us on the broadcast. For more, Ajay, thank you for being with us here on News9. I'm going to begin by asking a very simple question. This tragic bridge collapse is, it seems to be reminding everybody about what happened in Morbi in October 2022. More than 130 people were killed in that, but that was a suspension bridge. In this bridge collapse so far, 10 people have been killed.
In both cases, I may tell you that, it was a criminal negligence. In case of Morbi, everybody knew that, carrying capacity of that bridge was not more than 50 people. And we knew that, more than 200 people were allowed with tickets they were charging money, 50 rupees from each individual who is plying on that bridge. So it was sheer greedy attitude of organizers that Morbi episode has occurred. Here I call it criminal negligence, because in 2022 engineers had given reports that this bridge is in such a dilapidated condition that heavy vehicles should not be allowed on this bridge, and they had given recommendation letter to road and building department. Engineering department has also said that this bridge should not be allowed for heavy vehicles. But should I tell you, because of new connectivity and new connectivity roads, the trucks and very vehicular traffic that is coming from Jamnagar refinery, from Kandla port, they were taking this bridge only because it was a shortcut joining Saurashtra to South Gujarat. So because of new road infrastructure was available, people were using this road more, and everybody was saying that this kind of incident would happen any day. I can send you a video where an executive engineer was talking to a Congress Jilla Panchayat, District Panchayat member, saying this, that I know that this kind of tragedy may occur in future. And this engineer is telling in 2022, he said, I had written a letter to government, to my higher ups in Gandhinagar, and before 3 months government had sanctioned a new bridge at the cost of 212 crore rupees to negotiate with heavy traffic. But unfortunately this incident has happened this morning. The truck, the tanker which you are seeing, because it applied heavy brakes, and the adjoining because the river is in full speed, so many fishermen were there, so they came to the rescue, because fishermen heard the noise of this tanker who has applied very heavy brakes. That tanker you can see lying there in such a precarious position, in a very delicate position, that thanks to this driver, he saved his life and his colleague's life also. But because of that, a fisherman came and fishermen started rescue operations. They saved many people initially, and still there is one bolero. They say that two pickup vans, two trucks, and one bolero is still inside. And my information says that more than 11 people have died and 3 are very seriously injured. We hope that they may not succumb to such injuries, but it is a clear-cut case of criminal negligence. Government of the day was informed long back. Since last 3 years, members of district panchayat, taluka panchayat, nagar palikas, they were giving this kind of complaints to road and building department in Gandhinagar, but the only action was inaction.
The only action was inaction. Ajay Umat, you've seen the Prime Minister himself take cognizance of this tragic bridge collapse. He's announced ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees for the victim, for the families of those who've been killed, and of course 50,000 rupees for those injured as well. So the hope is that with this tragic bridge collapse, at least the state government starts taking action.
There are more than 45 bridges in Gujarat where a highly placed committee has given report that they need to be repaired, properly maintained. At least now today Baroda collector has issued a notification saying this, that 3 more bridges which are in a dilapidated condition should not be used for heavy vehicular traffic. Now imagine, today collector is issuing order. What he was doing since last 2 years, they should have taken action long back, so that such kind of tragedies would have been averted. But once accident happens, this kind of tragedy happens, then department comes into action. But unfortunately prevention is better than cure, which I think that lesson they need to understand. But we learn it in a very hard manner. You may give compensation, whether it is 2 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees, but unfortunately human life is a very big loss. I'm very sorry to say, but it's a very tragic incident.
Okay, stay with us, Ajay Umat. We also have Yudhvir Singh, a civil engineer, joining us on the broadcast. Yudhvir Singh, thank you for taking time out to be with us here on News9. Talk to us. This is a dangerous trend of bridges which have been deemed by engineers as dilapidated, not in a good condition, and yet continue to be in use?
No, government should stop immediately the use of such kind of a bridges, those which has the 30, 40 or 50 years of age, that the government should immediate stop all the operations on such kind of old bridges. One thing is this, and human tragedy is likely on such kind of old structures and old techniques, because at the earlier age, when they designed this kind of bridges 50 years back or 40 years back, so we don't have such kind of a computer simulation or load calculations or materials strength of material subject was not enough at that time in our country. So I think that government should take cognizance of all just kind of a bridges, whatever wherever they are in the whole country. This is should be the concern of the government right now, and they should be take the cognizance on this kind of issues. And second is they should replace at least top structure, top layer, top laps of the bridges with the pre-stressed bridges. So in that cases, in pre-stress theory, we have the liberty to replace one stature of the bridge between two piers. But in such kind of a structure, those we have seen on the televisions is not a facility of this kind of. So my opinion is that government should stop operations. First, they have to check all such kind of parameters of civil engineering and check on those parameters whether it is safe to run for the public or not. It should be the modus operandi right now, and for the other bridges also. Whatever happened in this area, it is a very sad issues, but the government should take the action for others so that they should prevent such kind of incident in the futures.
I just wanted to understand fundamentally, this bridge that collapsed today was built back in the year 1985. What is the rough time limit for bridges to be, re-engineered for use for the longer term? Is it 30 years, 40 years? When should the alarm bells go off?
Normally, in concrete, we are saying that it is a normal age of the concrete is 50 years if everything goes in a right direction. And sometimes we increase the strength of the concrete and steels also. 40 years back, most of the companies are making plain steel. Now we are using tall steel or some high quality steel in the bridge making. So that is the question of the evaluation of the such kind of bridges first. And as far as the age is concerned, right now we are developing bridges of 100 years or 150 years. But at the 50 years back, we are just happy that we are constructing a bridge of 30 or 40 years. We were happy on that issue. Okay, but right now, yes, we have technology that we can develop the bridges like 20, even 200 years.
Okay. Stay with us. Ajay Umad, we now have the technology and the wherewithal to make bridges that can last for a longer period of time. But so many bridges that are standing today, like you're telling us, in Gujarat alone, more than 40 bridges need to stop being used immediately. But the engineers have done their job, correct? I mean, like they have sounded the alarm saying that these bridges won't stand. But then it's up to the authorities to ensure that they're not in use anymore.
Yeah, and this gentleman, Yudhvir Singh or whatever his name was, that engineer has raised a very important point. I would like to add to that, a rigorous inspection was done on this bridge before 2 years, and they said that, we should adhere the standard engineering procedural to either maintain or repair this bridge, because this bridge was constructed before 46 years. And it was designed for vehicular traffic, which has a carrying capacity of 15 to 20 tons. Because, if you recall, before 46 years, we will have generally, 6-wheeler or 8-wheeler trucks only who were plying on this bridge. These days, traffic from Kandla Port, Mundra Port, from Jamnagar refinery and other refineries in Gujarat, with multi-axle capacities and, carrying capacity of 30 to 50 tons, So naturally, this bridge, as I told you, that in 2022 only local authorities have complained to Gandhinagar that, they have virtually raised alarm bells, and they said that, this bridge should not be allowed for heavy vehicular traffic, and you should find out an alternative. Unfortunately, as I told you earlier, that only action was inaction, and before 3 months government has agreed to build, tenders were floated for a new bridge, but before that this accident has occurred.
All right,
You
we'll
see,
leave it at that.
single pillar bridge, this is a single pillar bridge, if you can see, because you are showing very good visuals. So entire slab between two piers, it has collapsed.
Yeah,
Just see this bridge.
that's correct.
So it was not designed for your multi-axle vehicle. The tanker which you are seeing, it's a 24 wheel tanker. This bridge was not designed for this kind of tankers.
Right. First of all, you're saying that the bridge itself needed work and renovation, and two, the kind of traffic that's allowed on these bridges, they are not the kind of traffic that these bridges are meant for in the first place. So action needs to be taken at two levels.
Exactly. So government authorities should have taken. I have seen, in some districts, collectors and road and building department, they take action, and what they do, they put a railing before you enter to bridge. On both sides they put big railing, so that tankers and big heavy trucks cannot enter to that bridge. So they put this kind of barricades that heavy vehicles cannot go. But because this was a shortcut, most of these trucks flying from Kandla and Mundra port and from this Jamnagar refinery, they were taking this easy route, because they were saving almost 100 kilometers to reach from Saurashtra to South Gujarat.